Guys, we got some pumpkin cold brew. Cheers. Gling, 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 gling. Tastes like pumpkin. Yeah.
Welcome to my channel, oh, to my channel. Maybe from this video you want to follow or leave a like, you would comment and subscribe. Don't be shy, I'll tell you what I like. Hey guys, it's Julie. I just want to start the video by saying welcome. Today we're doing a very exciting video. As you saw from the first clip of this video, that I went with my mom to go get some pumpkin spice cold brew. I sadly drank it all on the way home, but we're going to do a pumpkin spice latte inspired makeup look. I've been seeing this going around on YouTube, and personally I love pumpkin spice cold brews. Oh, and I like Dunkin' Donuts. I don't really like Starbucks. Am I the only one? Like, I feel like I'm the only one. I feel like everybody's like Starbucks, and I'm like Dunkin'. So comment down below what pumpkin spice drink that you like. Do you like a latte? Do you like a cold brew? But if you're ready to see me do a pumpkin spice latte / cold brew makeup look, keep on watching. So I haven't done black brows in a minute. For the brows, I'm gonna be using the NYX professional makeup gel liner in the shade black. Tap it on and fill in the brow. Alright, so I'm gonna do fox brows. So I'm just gonna start about here. I'm just going to start filling it in. And for what I've seen, the Foxy brows, you just have to keep it as straight as you can. And if you want a little arch, you can, but really try to keep it straight. Let's hope it comes out right. I'm just going to straighten it out. So this part could be a little arched like that, but the bottom has to be straight so that when you're carving out the brow, it's going to come out like that. Okay, and then we're just going to fill it in. My pomade is dry, but I'm sure you have creamy pomade and it'll work better. Can't believe y'all didn't tell me my hands were ashy like that. Ooh, can't do me dirty like that. All right, so for this, I like to switch it up each time. Sometimes I just use the pomade as well, and sometimes I like to use eyeshadow. I'm gonna try this one. So I'm gonna go into the You Can Be Belonging palette. It's supposed to be a dupe for the Born to Run palette. And I'm gonna go into the shade Jet. I'm gonna make some strokes here, like just straight down, right? There's no specific way. It could be a little messy, but by doing that, it's going to soften the front of your eyebrow. And then I'm just going to brush it up and do a little bit of this. So brushing, but do this lightly because you still want to see the pigment that you put there. And you can just keep going back in with the product. And then fanning it out. So for concealer, I'm gonna be using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze, and I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand. Using the applicator, I'm gonna start carving out the brow. I'm gonna blend it out with a fluffy brush. That's basically how I do a Foxy brow. So now that we did the brows, I'm just gonna do my other side. Alright guys, hold on, let me back you up. Alright, so I did one eye off camera, and this is what it came out like. We're gonna do the other side on camera together. So for like to prime the eyes, I use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, the matte one, in the shade Medium Sand. I had bought concealer and foundation, and I wanted to do a video and everything, but this is not this ain't my concealer. Okay, this is so far from my concealer that is kind of funny. So we're just gonna blend this out and use it as a lid primer. So first, I think what I did was I went into the W7 Mardi Gras palette. I just love the black in here, shade Midnight, because this black is deep. Okay, so I'm gonna take like this brush just here on the inner crease, yeah, do about this much. We're putting a color over it so that we can blend it out, but that's basically the shape you're making. And then on the outer part, you're gonna be making a little wing. So I just go in, because you can always fix it with concealer, but yeah, I try to make it match this one, which is going up, fanning it out, and it'll make a diffused wing. It's okay if it looks a little messy. Like I said, we're going over with the eyeshadow. So then I'm taking like this really fluffy loose brush. You know what? I'm just gonna point these 3 shades. Yellow. I'm just gonna swirl the brush into the colors. Right? And we're just gonna start circular motions on the black. You could be messy with this, because it's kind of like you're contouring your nose and then going all the way up to your brow. Okay, so that's what you should have. So you see how this is like, it's not blended correctly? So you're gonna take the same brush you used for the black, and you're just gonna take whatever excess that's still on the brush, and you're just gonna start swirling it around and trying to blend it into the red. Be light-handed with this, because if you do it too heavy-handed, you might have too much black and it might cover the whole red that you have on there. Make sure to keep it like here, but say if you got it too far out, I'm gonna show you how to fix it. Okay, so don't worry about this yet. We have to cut the crease first. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the same camo concealer and I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. A little hack that I found works for me. I don't know if it'll work for you, but I found that matte concealers makes cutting my crease easier to do. I find when it's wet or a little more like creamy, it'll get everywhere and it won't stay in a controlled area. So I find that matte concealers work better. So what I'm gonna do is, starting for where my eyelid is, a little above my eyelid, so my eyelid's like right there, I'm gonna do a little bit further out. I'm gonna start making a rounded shape. I'm tracing where my eyelid would be, like the shape of my eyelid. So based on you, if you have hooded eyes, you will go a little bit above your lid and just draw out the shape, or trace out the shape. If you guys try this hack with the matte concealer, let me know if it works for you. So next, whatever's left on the back of my hand, start filling in the cut crease. So for the shimmer, I'm going to go into the You Can Be Belonging palette again. And I'm going to go into the shade, I'm going to be mixing 2 shades. Accelerate and Double Life. I'm going to take a mist that I have. I'm using the e.l.f. misting set. And I'm just going to spray my brush. Shake it out. And I'm just going to pick up the pigment, both shades on the brush. And I'm just going to start filling in the lid shade. Now on this part, I'm using more of Doubletree, which is the darker one. Alright, before we do this, I'm just going to put an inner corner shade. So for the inner corner, I'm going to go into the shade Stranded, which is the champagne color. And I'm just going to pop that on dry onto my inner corner and just blend it a little bit into the lid shade. Taking that fluffy brush that I used the first time, I'm going to go into the same shades that I used before. And I'm just going to go over the black. Oh, I also went into Attire. And now I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of black and just deepen the wing. I'm gonna take my concealer shade, which is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Beautiful Bronze. I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand. And then using the applicator, I'm just going to clean up the edge of the wing. Taking a fluffy brush, I'm just gonna blend that out. So say you took this too far, what I normally do is I'm gonna go back in with the Belonging palette, and I'm gonna go into this shade right here. It's closer to my lid shade, right? So I just take some on the brush and I'll just blend against the shade. So you can never have too much orange, so I got something else to put. I'm gonna use the Kiss New York Professional eyeliner in the shade Orange. I'm just gonna pop that into the waterline. Alright guys, so we're gonna pop on a little blush. I'm gonna try not to be heavy-handed because I tend to be, but we're gonna take the Nika K New York Red Glam palette, and we're just gonna pop on this mixed with this onto here. So I'm gonna take this brush, and by doing it just up there, it's supposed to make your face look more chiseled, but I don't know. Now using this shade, I'm just gonna pop on some highlight on my nose, on the bridge of my nose. Alright guys, so for the lips, I'm gonna take the one and only lip liner in the shade Black, and I'm gonna line my lips. Okay, and for lipstick, I'm gonna be using the Maybelline New York Ultimate Color Sensational Matte Lipstick in the shade Truffle. This lipstick in particular from Maybelline is so creamy and so moisturizing while also being matte. Like, I highly recommend. In this shade and also in More Berry, guys, it is so creamy. Guys, I almost forgot the most important part, a bottom lash. Okay, some eyelash glue. Put it on the back of my hand. As a little sass, as a little flavor. Okay, now we're done. But yeah, here, mouth. I think it came out so good. I think it's giving very much pumpkin spice, making me want another cup of coffee. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Press that notification bell to be notified every time that I post, because I know some of y'all ain't subscribed, and I know y'all don't have your notifications on. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.